The 1991 MTV Video Music Awards were held Thursday at the Universal Amphitheater, with the biggest surprise being the reemergence of Pee Wee Herman, who opened the show.
Heard any good jokes lately? What was that one? Oh, so funny I forgot to laugh. Thank you very much. That really means a lot to me. Thank you. Okay, shut up.
Although Pee Wee avoided the press assembly, the parade of presenters, performers, and award winners that made it to the backstage media tent spoke of the music, the tours, the fans, and of course the videos. Eddie Van Halen and Sammy Hagar, as animated as always, talked about the possibility of a live Van Halen album, something that the band has avoided up until now.
To me, there's no point to doing a live album because I've never really heard a true live album outside of what we have done, which was a live concert thing called Live Without a Net. The net meaning no overdubs, no fixing background vocals, no doing any sampling or anything. There's no point to it. And the records that we make are pretty much live. It's us for a live playing.
Add your own applause track. Our main, yes, we have a live video planned. Our main problem is that we never plan anything. Like other people kind of plan things and ask us if we want to do them. We want to do a live video in concert, but once again, the problem with it is it will have to be to the record, and the way we play live is never exactly like the record, so it's not going to sync up. So it'll almost just have to be a documentary or something. We want to do that, but I don't know. It's a wonderful tour. The audience is so warm. It's a special tour for us, and it should be captured, but I don't know if it ever will.
Opening for Van Halen on their current tour is KNAC's own Alice in Chains. Sammy explains how they got the gig.
Alice in Chains is a great band. We requested that band to be on this tour because we like them, as they deserve as big an audience as they can possibly have. And the tour was sold out before they were announced, but they deserve to be on the tour. They're on it because we love them, and they're great. They're great guys.
And we're using them on the next leg of the tour, too.
That's right.
This coming week, Van Halen does 2 Southern California concerts. What can we expect?
We're going to pour our heart and soul into this town. That's true. It's the best tour we've ever done, people. I swear to you. Just take it or leave it, but it's the best tour we've ever done. It's great. It's special. Love it.
Eddie was asked about the many young guitar players that have emerged lately that appear to try and match his unique style.
I don't think anyone's trying to take a shot at me. I think people like that, they grew up on my playing, and it became part of their playing. You know, it's just, I grew up in Eric Clapton and Jimmy Page and Jeff Beck, and they grew up on me, you know.
The rap group NWA announced what had been rumored for months, that they will open for Guns N' Roses during next year's leg of the band's current tour.
Yeah, we going on tour supposedly with Guns N' Roses at the end of the year, you know. All I can say now is they planning on going on tour with us, but that's about it. That's all I can say right now, you know.
We've been friends for years.
We've been friends all our life. We grew up on the same block. See, Axl really grew up in Compton. He just don't let the media know that.
What about his attitude? Reality. You give up the real deal.
And what about the problems of mixing a rap crowd with a metal crowd in the confines of a concert hall?
As long as we get paid, as long as both groups get paid, we don't care what they do in the audience. They can fight, do whatever.
It's not 2 different audiences. It's all the same. No, it's not.
Hey, if the 2 different audiences, if the audiences fight while they're in the crowd,
disagree, homeboy.
As long as we get our money, we straight. They can do whatever they want out there, as long as we doing what we got to do.
It's not 2 different audiences.
Is it all important getting paid? Yeah. Yeah.
You damn straight.
That's right. You wouldn't be sitting there if you wasn't getting paid. It's all about that in pesos, money, dineros.
You wouldn't be sitting there unless you was getting paid. If you wasn't getting paid, you wouldn't be sitting there.
So you don't care about the money? You don't care about money? Give me your house, your car, and all the money you got in your pocket. Then I'll believe you. Until then, you know, what's up?
With metal and rap continuing to merge on many levels, rapper LL Cool J talked about his feelings towards metal music.
Well, I like a lot of different artists who do heavy metal. You know, I'm real cool with the guys in Van Halen. We're cool. You know, I shake their hands a lot, and I think Bon Jovi makes some nice music, and I like the music as a whole. I think it's cool. You know, I like all forms of music. I'm really diversified when it comes to my musical taste, and I don't like to alienate any art form. I'm open to it, and I like to accept it and listen to it.
Queensryche picked up the Viewer's Choice Video Award for Silent Lucidity, a song from the band's first commercially successful album, Empire.
So I think that we just kind of approach the whole album with a certain intensity. I think we put really the same amount of hard work and effort into each of the songs, and you know, it's just kind of a roll of the dice what affects people in certain ways, and you know, I think we made a real strong album. Lucidity just happened to be something that touched a lot of people in a special way, and you know, we're very happy about it. We've been touring and making records now for about 8 years together, so this has all kind of happened in nice little increments for us. So I think that although this is a tremendous cap on this particular album and this tour, you know, I think it's just one joyous day. That's really about the best way to describe it. You know, the industry is pooled on the votes for most of the other categories, and this is something where it's really just phone reaction from the people out there watching MTV, and you know, it means a lot to us. It's a very special award, and you know, we just want to thank everybody that took the time to vote for us. It's too nice.
Aerosmith's Steven Tyler was on hand to pick up the Best Heavy Metal Video Award for The Other Side. He talked about writing songs for the new Aerosmith album during the recent hurricane that swept across the East Coast, Hurricane Bob.
Nothing can stop us. I was writing a song called If You See Kay, Tell Her I Love Her, and a tree fell on my car, so maybe we won't do that.
And what about the new record-breaking contract with Aerosmith's original label, Columbia, now part of the Sony Corporation?
It doesn't start for another 3 years, so it's just a nice, safe place to go back to. You know, we were on CBS in the beginning. It was a beautiful thing. We went to Geffen. They helped us out a whole lot. And now we were going back to CBS. We left a couple toys in our attic. We've got to go back and get them.
Another surprise for the evening was the return of Spinal Tap and the announcement of the band's return to touring.
Yeah, we're going to do a tour, but we don't know where or why, actually. But we are going to do, yeah.
Say? America. We're not going to do Stonehenge, no, not tonight.
The band, who is again in search of a drummer, talked about how they got back together.
Well, we just started like calling each other on the phone and hanging up real quick before we said anything, and then we decided, let's be grown-ups about this and get back together again. So that's what we did.
Metallica performed Enter Sandman, a song that this week entered the top 40 singles chart. James Hetfield explained what the song's about.
Basically about how children are easily manipulated and how their imaginations run wild. And, you know, the fable, the Sandman, and, you know, a little man coming in your room when you're asleep, you know, it kind of scares you.
Metallica has made very few videos over the years. Lars Ulrich explains the band's relationship with the medium of video.
I think holding out for 8 years before we did a video and then doing one now really made us kind of want to do it and made it more exciting and more of a creative challenge, you know, to do one now instead of being real bored with it like everybody else is now. Yeah, we just actually shot our second video for the new album yesterday, and it's for the song The Unforgiven. It's coming out in mid-October. I think at least for the near future, I mean, I'm not going to think about what we're going to do in a few years, but for right now, doing videos is fun, and the creative aspect of that is a big challenge, and we're enjoying it.
With the band's new album, some of Metallica's core audience have been critical of the new sound. How does that affect the band?
I would hope that they're growing with us.
A lot more are coming to us than are leaving. I think there might be a few real hardcore people that are disappointed that we didn't play Kill 'Em All again and real fast stuff again, but I think there's a lot more that are going to open up to Metallica and not be so scared of the name anymore.
Well, you got to remember, though, that it's not just down to what you do musically, because there's always the people that embrace you when you're a small and up-and-coming, exciting new band, and those people have a hard time relating to you the same way no matter what you do musically when a lot more of you guys embrace a band like us, you know what I mean? So the mere fact that they're not the only kid on that city block that knows about Metallica might turn them off. It might not be the music.
Lars sees the band as stronger than ever and spoke about the relationship of the group members with each other as a musical unit.
No, right now, I mean, as a unit, we are stronger now than I think we've ever been. I think we're looking at the bigger picture more than we've ever been in terms of the whole band. On the last couple of records, they were very geared towards the drums and to the rhythm guitar and so on. Now we're trying to just put our egos on the shelf and look at the whole band thing in everything that we can think of. So I think we're a stronger unit than we've ever been.
Producer Bob Rock was the first outside help that the band has had, which accounts for some of the musical changes on the new album. James explains how these changes came about.
Well, I wanted to attempt something different from just the regular barking on all the other albums, you know. Just like as in my guitar playing, you have different textures, you have different, you have the light stuff, you have the heavy stuff, and contrast, and I wanted to attempt that with vocally too, and Bob definitely helped me out that way. It was a bit strange at the start. We, like the song Nothing Else Matters, Bob was even saying, hey, you really want to do this? So yeah, absolutely.
And what about future tour plans?
Right now it's looking at it like an evening with Metallica. The couple of support acts that we were interested in taking out aren't available, as you might say. And we're not interested in taking a band out that we can't fully stand behind, and attitude-wise and so on. So at the moment it's looking like just an evening with Metallica, like the 70s. We're looking like California in late January, early February.
And what about Metallica's favorite bands?
Faith No More, the
Sacred Reich,
Nirvana, Red Hot Chili Peppers,
Sacred Reich,
Chains,
Guns N' Roses.
Spastic Children.